Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Good Shepherd Parish Clergy, Youth Ministry, and the Passion Play Ministry, I welcome you all to the 30th Annual Passion Play. As you will see in the program, our play this year is dedicated to the many people over the years, young and old, who have committed their time and their talent and their effort to telling the story of Christ's passion. To honor these many people, for the next few minutes, we would like to take you on a short tour of 30 years of the Passion Play. Our thanks to Diana Sheppers for all her work putting together that presentation. 30 years, lots of memories. Each year we hear the story of the Passion, a story that defines our faith. It is a story of hope because it is a story of forgiveness. One of the most surprising truths of the scriptures is to understand that we do not earn our way to heaven. Works have their place, but as a demonstration of having received God's forgiveness, not as a badge of merit for having earned it. Forgiveness is truly not a deserved reward, but a gift of a second chance, a gift offered abundantly from the gracious hand of God. The interesting thing about a gift is that it requires both a giver and a receiver. It's not a gift until it's accepted. Why would anyone reject such a wonderful gift? And yet many do. The Pharisees don't think they need it. Judas doesn't think he deserves it. So they never ask, they never seek, and they never find the peace of God's forgiveness that is right in front of them. Miriam, an adulteress and sinner, longs for a second chance at joy and freedom from the burden of guilt. And Peter, filled with remorse at his weakness and failure in denying Christ, feels he has missed his opportunity for forgiveness. But we learn from Peter and Miriam and others in this story that failures don't have to be disastrous. They don't have to define us. Through our failures, we learn the depth of our humanity and the breadth of divine grace. We learn how great was Christ's love for us as he shouldered the cross, unburdening our spirit and setting our souls free to accept his gift of love. And now we present to you the Passion of Christ.
Cast away from you all the transgressions which you have committed against me, and get yourselves a new heart and a new spirit. Why will you die, O Israel? Turn and live.
Just a short way from here. It's the place where they killed him. The greatest thing that could have ever happened to me is gone. And I did nothing to stop it. I didn't even have the courage to be there when he died. He believed in me. He called me Peter, the rock. I was fearless then, and arrogant enough to believe that nothing could take me away from him or what he wanted me to do. And then I denied him. And I ran away. I ran away. I'm so afraid and so ashamed. The man I thought I was is no more, and I don't know where to go or what to do. And the one person that would have had the answers for me, he's dead. I am filled with regret and left now with this guilt and fear that only he would know how to wipe away. So many times I watched him heal the bodies and souls of those who came to him. They were so broken. And yet he knew exactly what would make them whole again. I remember one woman, so much like me, so filled with guilt and fear. Move, sir, or cast your stone.
Standing in the way of justice.
Get out of the way.
He is the worst of sinners. Move so we can give her the justice she deserves. If he...
Get out of the way.
Teacher, it's Jesus. This should be interesting.
Teacher, this woman was caught in the very act of committing adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. So what do you say?
Answer. Shall we not comply with the holy law?
He is silent. Has your courage abandoned you?
Let the one among you without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?
No one, sir.
Neither do I condemn you. Now go and do not sin anymore. In the following days, all that is written by the prophets will come to pass. I will be leaving soon. You will look for me, but you will not find me. And where I am going, you cannot come. But the one who sent me, he will always be with me. Time is short, my friends. Come, there is still much left for us to do.
Peter, did you hear what he said? He said that he's going away soon. Where? And why would he be going away when he's yet to establish his kingdom, the new Israel?
Judas, I don't know where or when he is going, but we must trust in him and stand with him. His kingdom is here. It is upon us, and we are its witnesses.
His kingdom may be upon us, but so are the Romans. I will serve God. I will never serve my oppressors.
Can you believe what we just saw out there?
If it wasn't so frightening, I would have laughed at the absurdity of it all.
Even when faced with a clear violation of our holy law, the people turn their backs on us and do exactly what he wants them to do.
And all it took was one statement. One statement, and everyone turned and walked away.
He's right. He didn't preach to them. He didn't defend her actions. He didn't criticize the law. He didn't even tell you not to follow the law. He just wanted each of us to decide whether we were blameless enough to be her judge.
Nicodemus, we know that you speak prudently and act humbly, and that the people trust in your word. But you have no idea what's going on here.
Then be so kind as to explain it to me.
What is there to explain? He purposely defies and disrespects us, his superiors, at every opportunity.
He denounces our authority while making everyone believe that his comes from God himself. I don't pretend to understand everything he says, but I know he's a godly man. Why do you think he's attracted thousands? Wherever he goes, the blind see, the deaf hear, the lame walk, and people have hope. What have we offered them? We close our eyes to the poverty and the suffering of our people. We try to appease the Romans and don't understand why the people condemn us for it.
Are we supposed to tolerate him deceiving the people and spreading false doctrine that undermines the law? Nicodemus, we may try to appease the Romans to keep peace, mind you, but he does everything he can to irritate them, putting us, the temple, and the whole city in danger.
It is our fault that it's come to this.
Nicodemus is right. What is happening is not our fault. Not because of what we have done, but because of what we have not done.
Caiaphas, how much longer are you going to wait before you put an end to this?
You're right. It is time we put a stop to this. I have waited for too long, hoping he would change. I want you to know I put the word out that I would like to meet with him.
We try to denounce and expose him in every way possible, and it never works. And you want to meet with him?
No. I want to arrest him.
Arrest him? For what? We may disagree with his methods. We may not always welcome his words, but we cannot condemn a man for saying them.
Nicodemus, open your eyes. No one will be persecuted because of his words. His defiance of the holy law is what you should be concerned about. Do I not have the right, the duty, to stop him after everything he is guilty of? I command you to be silent now.
You command me? I have a right to speak, and I will speak. He is a man of God.
He is a deceiver who, if not stopped, will lead us and all of Israel into turmoil.
Turmoil that'll give the Romans the perfect excuse to step in and strip power from rightful Jewish leaders. Is that what you want?
Excuse me, sire. May I have a word with you?
Who are you? You're interrupting
I
a
beg your pardon, but I am here at the request of the high priest.
I don't know you, and I didn't ask anything of you.
I heard that you would like to meet with Jesus. I can set that up for you.
Really? And who are you?
I am Judas, a disciple of Jesus.
You're a disciple? Then why in heaven would we trust you, a follower of Jesus? This is a trick.
I have followed him for 3 years, believing that he was the promised Messiah, that the Lord would give him the throne of David, and he would be the one to usher in a new kingdom and end the humiliation the Romans are bringing onto our people.
Has something changed?
I don't know. Perhaps I've changed. Maybe his idea of a new Israel is not the same as mine. You will not free us from Roman bondage or establish a new kingdom. I thought that if you met with him,
I assure you, I want what you want. That any meeting must be done so quietly so we do not upset his followers. You know where he resides in the evening. Could you lead us there?
that could be arranged. And if I do this,
You'll be treated fairly, and so would you, with the compensation for your troubles. Scriptures tells us that 30 pieces of silver is the price of a slave.
It's a sad day and we have to offer a reward to turn in a heretic. 30 pieces of silver won't bring you peace, Judas, or a new kingdom.
Don't listen to him. Your decision to come to us is commendable. Be assured it will serve you well.
Let us now discuss a time and place. Come with me.
So, at last it is set. We will see the end of the madness we have endured for so long.
Was it not just yesterday we were all having dinner together? So many times we gathered to break bread, to talk, to pray together. I would have never thought that yesterday would have been the last time. He kept trying to tell us, but I didn't believe him. I believed everything he said, everything he taught us. But when it came to that, his death, my betrayal, I refused to think it was even possible.
Father, give glory to your Son, so that your Son may glorify you. Father, I have revealed your name to those of whom you gave me into the world. The words you have given to me, I've given to them, and they accepted them. As you sent me into the world, I send them. But I pray for them, for soon I will no longer be part of this world. But I will make it known that the love with which you love me is in them, and I in them.
washed your feet, so you must do what I have done for you. What I am doing now you do not know, but after a time has gone by, you will understand. Do you know what I have done for you? You who call me your teacher and your Lord. If I have washed your feet, so you must do as I have done for you. Don't you understand what I must do? If you would be mine, then I must bend to wash your feet. Do you know what I have done for you? You who call me your teacher and your Lord. If I have washed your feet, so you must do as I have done for you. I have given to you an example. What I have done for you, you must do for one another. Do you know what I have done for you? You who call me your teacher and your Lord. If I have washed your feet, so you must do as I have done for you. Do you know what I have done for you? You who call me your teacher and your Lord. If I have washed your feet, so you must do as I have done for you.
If you have faith in God, have faith in me. In my Father's house, there are many dwelling places. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to myself, so that where I am, you also may be. Where I am going, you know the way.
How will we know the way?
I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you know me, you know him. From now on, you do know him and have seen him.
Show us the Father, and that will be enough for us.
Philip, I have known you for this long, yet you still do not know me? Whoever believes in me not only believes in me, but also in the one who sent me. Whoever sees me sees the one who sent me. The words I speak, I do not speak on my own, but it's the Father that dwells in me. And if anyone were to hear my words and not observe them, I do not condemn him. For I did not come to condemn the world, but to save it.
We have followed you, Lord, and know that you come from God.
It was not you who chose me, but I who chose you and appointed you to go and bear fruit that will remain. For it is written, the Messiah will suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and repentance for the forgiveness of sins will be preached into his name in all nations, beginning in Jerusalem. You are all witnesses of these things.
We will spread your word in Jerusalem and throughout Judea.
So now, come sit with me. I have been looking forward to having this Passover supper with you all before I suffer. So now, all of you, take this bread and eat it, for this is my body, which will be given up for you. Drink this cup. This is my blood, the blood of the covenant, which will be poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me. I tell you now that I will not drink the fruit of the vine until I am in the kingdom of heaven. And yet, behold, the hand of the one who's to betray me is with me at this table. Indeed goes the Son of Man as it is determined. But woe to that man by whom he was delivered. It would have been better that man had never been born.
Master, what are you saying? This person someone we know?
Stay here and you will be safe.
Or go and reveal the power that's within you.
One who shares this bread with me at this table will betray me.
Betray you? Why?
I can't believe that. That's impossible. We would never want to wish him harm. We have always been faithful to you.
He has said it, and his words are the words of the truth. So who is the traitor here?
Peter, why is he speaking like this? He's not making any sense.
Lord, what have we done to ever make you think it's one of us?
John, we need to know. Ask him who it is.
Rabbi, who is the betrayer? Is it I?
Master, who is it? Please tell me.
It is the one whom I ham the morsel after I've dipped it.
Tell me, Rabbi, is it I?
You have said so, Judas. Now go. Do what you must, and do it quickly. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You have faith in God. Have faith in me.
We do have faith in you, Lord. You are our light.
Love one another as I love you. For there is no greater love than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. And now, my friends, come with me to the garden to pray. The time is coming and has arrived when each of you will be scattered to his own home and will leave me alone. But I am not alone, because the Father is with me. He will never leave me alone. I tell you this, so you may have peace in me. And in this world, you will encounter trouble. But take courage. I have conquered the world.
Do not fear. God will always protect you. God in us all, whatever happens, we'll be there with you.
We have swords and we'll defend you.
We are not afraid of what might happen.
It is time. I will be leaving soon. You who look for me will not find me. Where I'm going, you cannot come. So I give you this new commandment. Love one another as I love you. For this is how all will know you are my disciples, if you have love for one another.
Master, where are you going?
Where I am going, you cannot follow, though you will follow later.
Why can't I follow you now? I'm not afraid. I would lay down my life for you.
Would you lay down your life for me, Peter?
How can you even ask me that? Why do you doubt me?
Tonight, you will deny knowing me.
Me? Deny you? No, never. I wouldn't do that. I would do anything for you.
Peter, Satan has demanded to sift all of you like wheat. But I have prayed that your faith may not fail you and that you will strengthen your brothers.
Master, why are you saying this? My faith will never fail. You must believe that I will always be there for them and for you.
Peter, on this very night, before the cock crows twice, you will have denied knowing me 3 times.
No! Do you not know me? After all this time, even if I had to die with you, I would never deny you.
Father, the hour has come. What do I pray? Father, save me from this hour? I tell you, what is written must be fulfilled in me. Namely, he was counted among the wicked. My soul is troubled. Sit here and pray. Peter, James, John, come with me.
Lord, let your heart be at peace. Whatever's troubling you, we'll face it together. We'll be right at your side.
Keep watch and pray. Lord, let me hear of thy steadfast love, for in thee I put my trust. Teach me the way I should go, for to thee I lift up my soul. Deliver me, O Lord, from my enemies. I have fled to thee for refuge.
Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you.
I call upon you, O God. Turn your ear, hear my prayer. Deliver with your right arm those who seek refuge from their foes. Hide me in the shadow of your wings from the violence of the wicked.
The Lord is your light and your salvation. Whom do you fear? The Lord is your life's refuge. Of whom are you afraid?
Why are you sleeping? Could you not keep awake for 1 hour? Be vigilant and pray that you may not undergo the test. For the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. My spirit is troubled. My lamp of life extinguished. My burial is at hand, and I am mocked by those around me. My eyes grow dim.
You may lift up your face in innocence. You may stand firm and unafraid. Then you shall forget your misery, or recall it like water that have ebbed away. You shall lie down in safety and take your rest with none to disturb.
Father, my deepest yearning is before you. My heart shudders. My strength forsakes me. The very light of my eyes has gone dim. Abba, I beg you, do not abandon me. Take this cup from me. I can't do this alone.
And the Lord said, You are my son. I am your father. I will make your inheritance, the nations, your possessions, the ends of the earth. And now, kings, give heed. Take warning, rulers on earth. Serve the Lord with fear, with trembling. Bow down in homage.
I call upon you, O Lord, my strength, my rock, my deliverer, my God, in whom I take refuge. I call upon you, my shield, that you are worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. Are you still sleeping? Wake up, and behold that the Son of Man is to be handed over to sinners. Wake up, my friends. My betrayer is at hand.
Look, Judas is coming.
Why are they here? What could they want?
Who are you looking for?
Jesus, the Nazarene.
I am he.
Judas, what are you doing?
Greetings, Rabbi.
Friend, do what you must. Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss?
That's the signal.
That's the man. Arrest him! Lord, tell us what to do. Shall we use our swords?
You're under arrest. Come with me.
It's me you want, so let the others go.
Keep away from him. Leave us alone.
Peter, put your sword away. For all who take the sword will perish by the sword. Am I a criminal that you all come armed with clubs and swords? Day after day, I have sat teaching in the temple and had never had a hand raised at me. But all this has come to pass so that what is written can be fulfilled.
What are you waiting for? Seize him.
Take him to the house of the high priest.
And what should we do with the rest of them?
Let them go. They are no concern to us.
Get on. Please.
Judas, well done. Here is your payment. 30 pieces of silver, like we agreed. A payment I'll gladly make to see the death of this so-called king.
Wait, what? Death? No, I did not agree to that. You never told me he was to die.
You're right. We didn't.
I have waited a long time for this day, where the Nazarene will finally have to answer for his crimes. Tribune, bring the prisoner Jesus to us.
I wonder if he'd be quite so smug and self-righteous when he's standing here in front of us.
We will see soon enough.
Jesus of Nazareth, do you know why you're here? Look at me. I said, look at me! You are being accused of publicly scorning the holy law and purposely misleading the people in an effort to learn the
What's
truth.
going on here, Caiaphas? Have you stooped to secretly meeting in the middle of the night to accomplish your treachery?
We felt this was too important to wait until morning.
I believe you mean it was too important to ensure that all council members were present, like those who defended him.
Nicodemus, we didn't need you here. We already know your opinion. So be quiet, listen, and learn something.
This investigation or trial, or whatever you call it, is a sham, Caiaphas. Your only intention is to condemn this man. It's unjust.
Are you accusing the high council of injustice? Be careful, Nicodemus. We know the law, and it means to conduct a proper investigation.
I know the law just as you do, and no sentence can be passed without the hearing of witnesses.
Which, of course, we have. We will now listen to their testimonies. Bring them in.
Caiaphas, you're making a mockery of the law.
Jesus, before you stand honorable people willing to state the truth of what they have witnessed. Listen to them, and then you may defend yourself, if you can.
I can testify that this man called the priests and scribes wolves in sheep's clothing and black eyes. He publicly said their deeds should not be followed.
But they say he's a great teacher of scripture, and many believe he comes from God.
If he's from God, why is he often accompanying the worst of sinners? He's been seen visiting and sharing meals with tax collectors, sinners, adulterers, the worst.
We all know this to be true.
I saw him defending adulteress who had been caught in her sin and rightfully sentenced to death. Isn't this a violation of the law of Moses?
Yes, I was there and can attest to this also.
What about you? What testimony do you bring to us?
I am the adulteress she speaks of.
How dare you disgrace these proceedings with your sinful presence?
But he forgave me my sins.
Really? He forgave you.
Yes, and delivered me from death.
According to the law, a rightful sentence of stoning, correct?
Yes, but...
Ah, yes, but he forgave you. There you see, he forgives people their sins, thus proclaim themselves the priests. A clear violation of the law.
This is not a punishable crime.
He said nothing about being a priest.
I've heard enough. Get them out of here.
Blessed are those who hear and revere you, and cursed are those who speak against you.
How dare you?
You curse me and I'll stone you myself. Get her out of here now!
You heard him, all of you. He dared to forgive her sins, which only God himself can do.
She and thousands like her believe that he is the promised Messiah, and nothing we say can convince them otherwise. It's like a huge wave has grown and is ready to engulf us.
What can you say in defense against these testimonies? Speak!
He does not dare to confess before his priests, before his judges. What has he boasted about in front of the people?
Caiaphas, what are you accusing him of?
Nicodemus, do you not understand? He's called God his Father, made himself the Son of God. Have you not said these things, Jesus? Tell us how an uneducated man from Nazareth can be the leader of Israel. Tell us how a carpenter's son is greater than our father Abraham. Tell us if you are the Son of God.
I've spoken openly in the temple area and have said nothing in secret. Why ask me? Ask those who heard me. They know what I said.
Such insolence! Is that how you speak to the high priest?
If I've spoken wrongly, then testify to the wrong. If I've spoken the truth, then why do you strike me?
What truth have you spoken? How do you answer these accusations?
He has no answers, only proof of contempt of rightful authority. He has answered, it's just not what you want to hear.
Jesus of Nazareth, tell us if you are the Messiah, as she and others have said.
If I tell you, you will not believe me.
Do not test me, Jesus. I am the high priest of the holy city of Jerusalem, and I demand that you tell us under oath if you are the Messiah, the Son of God.
I am.
What?
And there it is, right from his own mouth.
This is unbelievable.
And from now on, you will see the Son of Man at the right hand of power, coming on the clouds of heaven.
I can't believe we're hearing this.
He is calling himself the Son of God.
You dare say to us that you will take a seat at the right hand of God? This is blasphemy.
Indeed, it is blasphemy.
Brothers, like you, I've heard the teachings of this man and seen his deeds. What I've seen and what I know is that he is a man of God, but you only hear what will condemn him.
We have not condemned this man. His own words are his death warrant. So now, let us take him to Pilate.
How can you hand over a son of Israel to the cruel Roman? He will kill him.
I do not have to justify my actions to you. Is it not better that one man should die than the whole nation perish?
Are you sure you want to do this, Peter? The high priest's courtyard is a dangerous place to be.
No, John, I'm not sure. But how else are we going to find out anything?
Why are you asking me what you're doing with them? Dominica, you usually know everything that goes on around here.
Well, not this time, but maybe she does. Hey, Rachel, do you know what the council is doing with the man they brought in?
Yeah, it looks like they have him on trial. Soldiers are guarding him. They brought in a bunch of witnesses. Hey, Sarah, did I see you go in there with them?
You sure did. I was one of the witnesses and got to speak and everything. But I'm not sure they were listening to any of us. They weren't arguing so much. Were you witnesses too?
No, we're just traveling through the city.
We came into town for the Passover festival.
Do you know why the council is trying this man?
Yeah, the high priest wanted him arrested and had him brought in. Some rebel who thinks he can save the people from Roman oppression. Not likely.
Everywhere he goes, he's followed by huge crowds.
They say he's a miracle worker. He's healed the sick and even driven out demons. I imagine driving out the Romans would be nothing compared to that.
That's true. Ooh, Quintus, does this big bad miracle worker have you worried?
You know what, Quintus? Maybe we should be worried. He could be our new boss.
So, what do you think? Want to bet that he can bump off a few Romans?
No, I don't do that. And how would I know? I don't know the man.
But she does. And she told the council that. His name is Jesus. I met him not long ago. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here today. They were ready to stone me, but he saved me and brought me back from death.
There, you see, you should have bet me.
Well, good for him. Now all he has to do is bring himself back from death.
Yeah, right. Bad chance of that happening. I think they've got an end for him.
Why? Is their intention to kill him?
They wanted him out of the way since he first opened his mouth. Even God Almighty couldn't get out of this mess.
Maybe he could perform one of those miracles and just disappear. Poof.
I can make him disappear.
Ooh, I'll bet you could.
But what could he have done to warrant a death sentence?
Who knows? Why do you care? You seem awfully interested in someone you don't know.
I was just wondering.
I think I've seen you before. Weren't you there the day that he stepped in front of the crowd and
No,
stopped them?
I think you're mistaken.
No, she's not. I've seen you too. Both of you. You're followers.
Oh, this is exciting! How long have you been with him? Come on, tell us what he's like. What kind of miracles has he done? I would love to hear about a miracle. I'm sure you've seen some. Tell me about one. Just one.
Sarah, seriously?
Just one. I really want to know.
What are all of you talking about?
Joshua, have they finished in there? Did they find him guilty?
Yeah, the trial is finished. They're sending him to Pilate for sentencing.
To Pilate? Why would they send him to the Roman governor?
What did they charge him with?
He's being charged with several serious... Who are these two? They shouldn't be here. He's a Galilean like Jesus is. Shouldn't they be in there with him?
So you are lying. Looks like you do know him. Hey guys, quit sleeping on the job.
Wait, hold on. I recognize you. You were there when we arrested Jesus.
No, you're wrong. I wasn't there and I don't know him.
Look, they haven't done anything wrong, and the council isn't even interested in them.
How would you know? They could be just as guilty as Jesus is.
If they were guilty, would they be standing in the middle of the high priest's courtyard?
Well, I know he was there. Quintus, don't you recognize the man?
I wasn't looking at their faces. I was more concerned with the swords that were flailing around.
Well, his sword nearly took my head off.
No, stop! Keep away from me! Why would I fight for a man? I swear to God, I don't know! My God, what have I done?
Peter?
He knew, John. He knew and he told me. Oh my God, what have I done to him?
After Quintus!
did want to hear about a miracle, just one.
It really is you, Caiaphas. There is one person I would open my door to in the middle of the night, and that's the emperor. So this better be good.
Of course, Your Excellency, and we apologize. We would not have bothered you if it wasn't a matter of great importance.
Are the infidels pounding at the gates of the city? If not, I see no reason for us to be standing here.
No, I assure you, I have the city well in hand.
How comforting.
It is a matter of great importance, however, one that can be easily rectified. With our great humility, we ask that you pass judgment on this man Jesus, who has gravely sinned against our holy law.
Trust me, Caiaphas. Humility is not your strong suit, and I know who he is. What I don't know is anything about you and your holy law. I don't know, and I don't want to know. That's for you to deal with.
Yes, and normally, of course, we would. But this situation is different and is deserving of the death penalty. Be assured that we know our place, and we are well aware that the authority to impose a death sentence has been given by the emperor solely to you.
Do you know your place? If you did, you wouldn't be standing in my house. But since it doesn't seem you'll go away quietly, which of your many holy laws has he violated?
As you said, sire, you're not familiar with our laws, and we don't expect you to be. I assure you, we're already conducting an investigation.
And we wouldn't want to waste your time with these details.
You wouldn't want to waste my time. You've already wasted my time. So why not waste a little more? I'll ask again. What laws has he violated?
He is guilty of blasphemy.
Blasphemy. That's a new one. Educate me, please.
He has proclaimed himself the Messiah, the Son of God.
Congratulations! I don't care whose son he is.
But we do. And this blasphemy was committed in our very presence.
I don't care if he said it to Apollo. Have the man flogged and move on.
It is a crime worthy of death.
We cannot ignore a crime of such a magnitude.
So he says he's the son of some god somewhere. And you want me to execute him? Have you all gone mad? No Roman would execute a man for such a thing. So Caiaphas, you can let yourself out because we're done here.
You may not want to ignore the several Roman laws he has violated as well.
And what would those be?
He has proclaimed himself the King of the Jews.
He talks about establishing a kingdom.
He wants people to stop paying taxes and rise up against Rome and its governor. I believe there's a Roman law against that.
Do not dare preach to me about Roman law, Caiaphas.
If you question him, sire, I'm sure that you see he's not a threat to you or the empire.
Why me? Why am I the lucky sap who ends up in this city? All right, if you're accusing him of violating Roman law, I will interrogate him myself.
I don't see why we're doing this all over again.
We aren't. I am. Now leave. Bring him up. You've heard the accusations. Have you been inciting the people? I've heard about you and the power you have over the people. What are your intentions? Speak. Defend yourself. Now's not the time to be silent. Speak to me. I want the truth. Are you the King of the Jews?
Do you say this on your own? Or have others told you about me?
I'm not a Jew, am I? Your own nation and chief priest handed you over to me. What have you done?
My kingdom is not of this world. If it were, then my servants would have fought hard to keep me from falling into the hands of my enemies.
Then you are a king.
You say that I am a king. For this I was born, and for this I came into the world, to testify the truth. For all who hear my voice, hear the truth.
Truth. What is truth? Take him back. I find no capital case against him. I'll order him to be appropriately punished for his crimes and then released.
No!
You can't do that.
Oh, I'm quite certain I can.
He can't be released. He must be executed.
Says who? You? In case you've forgotten, I'm the one who makes the decisions here. And I found he's not a threat to Rome, to me, or to anyone else.
This man has incited people from Nazareth to Jerusalem.
Nazareth? He's from Galilee. Well, Caiaphas, it looks like you've wasted time for all of us. You need to take him to Herod. Galilee is his jurisdiction, and I would never want to step on the toes of any regional authorities.
You know very well that'll take several days, and we don't have the time to take him there.
You're in luck. He's in Jerusalem right now, and I suggest that before dawn breaks, you take your king, your crackpots, and your complaints, and you dump them on his doorstep.
What have I done? How could I have denied knowing the man I followed and worshiped for 3 years? I should have defended him. I don't know who I am anymore. But he knew. He knew when I would betray him, how many times I would betray him, but I didn't believe him. I told him I would do anything for him. I told him I would fight for him. I told him I would die for him. Oh my God, why did he pick me? I have failed him, and now I've lost him.
Greetings, Your Excellency, and blessings upon you from the Almighty.
Could use a few blessings. And some more sleep.
It is good you are in Jerusalem for the Passover festival, as we have a small issue to bring before you. This is Jesus of Nazareth, who has been accused of serious crimes against
Stop. Did I hear you correctly? This is Jesus? The Nazarene? The lowly Nazarene, the son of a carpenter who has turned this city upside down? Well, suddenly I'm awake, and the Almighty has blessed me after all.
I must inform you that Jesus has been accused of serious crimes against our holy law. Pilate sent him to you and refers to your judgment.
Really? Pilate sent him. Huh. The Almighty's full of surprises today. You, Jesus, are quite the sensation with your healings and miracles. You have managed to convince all of Judea of your superhuman powers. Well, everyone except them, I guess.
Don't be fooled, Your Majesty. He's an instrument of the devil.
Devil schmevel. I just want to see these superhuman powers. So show me. How do you do it? Do you cast a magic spell? Do you call upon the spirit world?
We didn't bring him here to conjure up spirits.
All right, Jesus of Nazareth. They say that you are the Messiah. But before I start singing hallelujahs, I could use a little bit of proof first. I heard you once raised a man from the dead. Well, a good old friend, John the Baptist, he's been dead for quite a while. Sorry about that, by the way. How about conjuring up the spirit? Right here, Come on, John, make him happen. Right here, right now. I'm not seeing him.
Of course not. He can't make a dead man appear.
He will if he wants to make a king happy. Come on. Okay. You couldn't make old John appear. How about you make something disappear? Poof! I tell you what, make them disappear and we'll both be happy.
Sire!
Hello? Are you in there? Did he fall asleep? What is wrong with him? This kind of stuff should be simple for a miracle worker.
He can't perform miracles or cast magic spells. He's a fraud who's determined to fool the masses. And you into believing he's a new king of Israel?
Oh, you wouldn't do that, would you, Jesus? See, I am not the masses, and I'm no fool. Just the bored king in search of a little excitement. But I see I'm to be disappointed. No blessings on me from the Almighty today. Oh well, take him back to Pilate. I tire of him.
Go! No! You can't! Pilate sent him to you because he's from Galilee.
Well, we're not in Galilee. We're in Jerusalem. So you can take your problem back to him.
Sire, Jesus is a criminal who deserves a harsh punishment. He's calling himself a king.
A king? You're afraid of him being a king. The guy was more asleep than I was half an hour ago. If I pinched him, he wouldn't have moved. I got stature with more life than he does.
Jesus deserves the harshest punishment. You can't ignore what he's done.
Yes, I can. I can ignore him as easily as I can ignore you. Now leave.
Your Majesty, I beg for you to reconsider.
And I beg you to find your way out the door!
Sire, please!
He couldn't do it. So now make yourselves disappear! Bye now.
My servant said you needed to see me. What's wrong?
I heard that Herod sent the prisoner Jesus back to you. Is that true?
Yes. I was sure Herod would love a chance to demonstrate his power, as he always has, but instead he sent him back to me, and now the problem's mine again. And it won't be long before the council and their supporters will be pounding at the gates to demand his execution. I have much on my mind. Why do you need to talk to me?
It's important. I had a dream, a very vivid dream, and I'm telling you to have nothing to do with this man.
What? I should have nothing to do with him? Because of a dream? This city sits at an uneasy peace right now. I can't afford to put that at risk.
If you must deal with this issue, release him. You have to listen to me, please. I suffer much because of a dream. It had a clear message, and you must not execute this man.
If I did that, I'd have a revolt on my hands.
Isn't there a way you can convince them that freeing Jesus is the best choice?
They'd never go along with his release. Unless... That's it. Unless they made the decision themselves. Release Jesus or a criminal they truly fear. Barabbas.
Yes, that could work. You know, the people fear Barabbas way too much. They will look at Jesus as the obvious and safest choice.
Yes, let's hope.
Lois, if they keep that up, Pilate won't have to bother sentencing him.
Hey, where have you guys been?
You know what's been going on in there with the prisoner?
That's the same guy we brought in a while ago?
I thought it was Herod's problem now.
Nah, he's back to being Pilate's problem.
Not if he doesn't survive the beating. I'm surprised that he's still conscious.
All we have to do is hand him over to the ones who actually know how to solve problems.
Yeah, and that would be us.
Well, I'm told that this Jesus is going to be making a public appearance. So Pilate wants him primed and presentable for this occasion.
So why don't we get to join in on this fun assignment?
Why not?
Oh, you do? We're definitely not done yet.
I think Pilate's hoping that if we punish him enough, the crowd will sympathize with him and demand his release.
So if we do our jobs right, Pilate won't have to do it. Is that how it works?
That's right.
Yeah.
He's supposedly the king of the Jews. Why doesn't he just order his own release?
So don't die in this yet, Your Majesty.
Haven't you heard? He can't die. He's God.
Oh, really? Well, let's put that theory to the test. Okay, God, I'm here, ready and waiting. Come at me. Where's lightning? No lightning? Too bad for you. My turn. Look here. See me? I am your worst enemy. So strike me down, Almighty One.
And me along with him.
I think his godly powers have failed him.
I think a lot has failed. What could you have possibly done to upset an entire nation of people? Who are you, Jesus? To us Romans, he's a menace. To the Jewish leaders, you're a threat. But to the people, how do the people see you? The champion of the masses who will lead them? The miracle worker who will heal them? The God King who will save them? Open your eyes, Jerusalem, and see what I see. Because this champion of the masses falls. This miracle worker bleeds. And this God King will die.
Whether that's true or not, I think it's our duty to honor His Majesty by making him look more like a king.
It's the least we can do. And every king needs proper clothing. True?
True.
Yeah.
True.
And Jesus, this just isn't it.
No.
He needs a robe. A royal, magnificent robe.
Okay.
And now he has transformed from pathetic prisoner to dapper prince.
You know, ruling the masses can be quite tiring. And you do look a little bit run down, right? You know what he needs?
A throne.
Oh! A place which he rests his royal feet.
There's something missing. A crown.
Oh!
He must have a crown. I've just the right thing for this noble head. Feast your eyes on this, you bunch of uncivilized clods.
Good one. Wait, he's not quite complete. I think he needs a scepter.
Yeah.
Now you can stand before the crowd looking like your regal self who waves this around and watch the nasty Romans and Pharisees fall at your feet. O King, I am humbled before your presence. I salute you.
Get him up.
I want to know where you're from. Tell me, where are you from? Silence? Again? Do not test me. Do you know who I am? Do you know that I have the power to release you? Or the power to crucify you?
You would have no power over me if it were not given from above. For this reason, those who handed me over to you have the greater sin.
The greater sin. I fail to see how that could possibly matter now. To me or to you. Have him ready when I call for him.
Yes, sir.
And have the prisoner Barabbas ready as well.
Yes, sir. Wait, Barabbas?
Yes.
Wonder how Pilate will fix this mess.
Do you wonder? Because I don't. There's no choice, especially if he wants to keep the peace. So who are you, Jesus of Nazareth? A man with visions of glory? A worker of miracles? The soon-to-be king of Israel? You are as ambitious as a fool, my friend, because it does not matter who you are. What matters is who I am. I am the one who will nail you to the cross. I am the one who will laugh as you scream. I am the one who raised you high above your adoring crowds. And I am the one who will watch your kingdom slowly fade from your sight. Take him out here.
He won't. He can't. Not if he wants to keep peace in the city.
Silence! I've had enough of this, and in particular, I've had enough of you. As if our first meeting wasn't sufficient enough, now you're back again, dragging your minions along with you.
We are here, Pilate. The scene is resolved. They want to resolve.
Oh, it will be resolved, though it may not be to your liking. Centurion, control this crowd and bring the prisoners out.
Husband, will you be doing what we discussed?
I have a plan. Don't be concerned. You brought this man before me accused of crimes against your nation. I've questioned him and found no evidence of that or any violation of Roman law.
You have our testimony. What other evidence do you need?
I can assure you I need more than your testimony. I'm the one who makes the decisions here, and I've heard nothing that will condemn this man.
This man has proclaimed himself a king. How can you free a man who denies the authority of Jewish law and of Rome? Any man who says these things opposes Caesar, and any man who defends him opposes Caesar as well.
Do not dare threaten me, Caiaphas. Remember who I am. I could take away your position as easily as I gave it to you.
I am not the threat you should be worried about.
Threat or not, this ends today along with your demented demands. These people, your people, want to be heard, so I will listen. Hopefully, they'll show greater wisdom than their revered priests. Let them enter.
We shall see.
Sin! He is innocent. Let us in.
Let us see him, please. Just let him go.
Jesus.
That's Barabbas. Why have they brought him out here?
Pilate is up to something. We need to be careful.
Citizens of Jerusalem, your priest brought this man before me accused of subverting the people. I have questioned him and found no evidence of the charges against him. But because of his outspokenness and the disruption he's caused, I've had him severely punished, as you can see.
According to our law, that is not enough.
Nevertheless, you have asked to have your voices heard, and being a reasonable man, I will offer you a choice. You have an ancient custom that a prisoner be released during the Passover festival. So tell me, shall I release Jesus, King of the Jews?
Yes.
Or the rebel and murderer Barabbas?
No. Yes.
Pilate, you're betting they won't pick me? Are you brave or stupid?
Pilate never said anything about this. What is he doing?
I know what he's doing. Good people of Jerusalem, don't be fooled. The governor is using you. He wants an excuse to release this heretic, this blasphemer during this holy festival.
Demand he release Barabbas instead. Even this hardened criminal will not commit blasphemy against God.
Doesn't our law say the blasphemy is punishable by death? Yes, and we must defend our holy law.
Yes. Jesus is not someone you have to fear. The murdering savage Barabbas cannot be freed.
No.
Yes. Are you listening, Pilate? You want another choice? Now release me. I dare never. You will never be free. Free me, so I can finally crush you and your beloved empire. Shut that man up.
Why release either one? Kill them both.
Pilate, you wanted to hear the voice of Jerusalem. Well, here it is. Listen to them.
I am also its voice, and I seek to release Jesus.
He's done nothing wrong.
Says Jesus should die.
But Roman law does not.
Who should define the law we live by? Rome or us? We wish to save you from this deceiver.
Hey, Pilate, do what they say. Or are you scared? Scared of you? Don't flatter yourself. I just determined that a murdering fanatic will never walk free in this city.
Your plan won't work, Pilate. You wanted the people to decide. They have spoken.
I don't understand you. You welcomed Jesus into Jerusalem just a few days ago. You praised him, throwing your cloaks down before him. Is there no one who will say a word for him now?
I have a word for him. Their eyes have been opened. They see that the one that promised him salvation cannot even save himself.
Why are you debating this, Pilate? Pronounce the sentence.
No. For what crime? Have we not all witnessed this man's deeds? From Galilee to Jerusalem, we see them teaching the crowd, doing good, and healing those under the powers of evil. There are many who defend this man.
I am one, and there are others.
He has many followers. I am one.
Pilate, you're hearing only one side. These people are pawns of the council who will say whatever they tell them. Let us go and gather up the many people who believe in the goodness of.
Yes, Nicodemus, scatter those followers, the sinners, the prostitutes, the worthless scum of society. Then tell me who's more convincing, his followers or ours, all of whom obey the law.
But Jesus obeys the law as well. He's a great teacher and healer.
She's right. He's a good man and doesn't deserve this. I was once a sinner, reviled and ridiculed by everyone. Everyone except Jesus. We are all sinners, but he gives us reason to hope and to believe.
Shut up, you tramp.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going?
Jesus has not committed any capital crimes. Barabbas has. There's no question as to which one is the more dangerous one and who is more deserving of the death penalty.
Why are you so afraid to judge this man? You will order soldiers to slaughter hundreds without a trial or even an investigation.
Stop foaming at the mouth, Caiaphas. You know the crimes of Barabbas far outweigh anything the Nazarene has done.
Pilate, you know he doesn't deserve this. Don't give in to them.
The Nazarene must die! The Nazarene must die! The Nazarene must die!
Crucify your king!
We have no king but Caesar!
If you want peace, Pilate, put him to death!
Crucify him! You have challenged me once too often, Caiaphas, but for the sake of peace, I'll let it be done as you say. Release Barabbas. I hereby pronounce the sentence of death upon Jesus the Nazarene. He will be nailed to a cross outside the city gates. But know this, all of you, I wash my hands of this. His blood is on you and your descendants.
At last it is done. And thanks to our efforts, we will see the name of Jesus erased from all memory. See now to his execution.
Is there no one that can stop this? What should I do? How can I undo this? Sire!
Who is it? Ah, Judas, isn't it? You've helped us bring this great matter to an end. We are indebted to you.
No, 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 no! This cannot be how it ends. You have to fix this. Just go to Pilate. Tell him it was a mistake. Tell him to release Jesus, that he's innocent.
Tell Pilate it was a mistake? You're joking, right?
Because this isn't what I wanted. I never wanted him to die.
We don't care what you wanted.
But you deceived me. You asked me for a meeting. And now it's an execution.
We didn't ask for anything at all. Or have you forgotten that you came to us?
There was no deceit. You believed what you wanted to believe.
Why are you suddenly defending him? The man that would save us from Roman bondage. The one that would establish a new kingdom. He's either a failure or a liar. Either way, you're better off without him.
You should be thanking us for solving your problem.
But this is not the answer.
It's the perfect answer. It not only takes care of your problem, but ours and Israel's permanently. So Israel can at last heal from destruction that he and his followers like you have brought upon us.
But look at the bright side. He may be on his way to the cross, but you're safe, sound, and a bit richer too. So take your handsome reward and be glad you won't be hanging alongside him.
I don't want the reward. This is blood money.
Well, this blood money seemed quite attractive to you before.
I didn't know it was payment for his death. You have to take this back. Please. You don't have to do this. Just go to Pilate. Tell him it was a mistake. You convinced him once. You can do it again. Why are you all just standing there? I demand you release this innocent man.
You insolent fool! You think you could make demands of the High Council?
They'll blame me for killing this righteous, godly man.
You are a pitiful, stupid man. Do you think that matters to us?
How can you let this happen? You are all vultures, and I'm the carrion you feed on.
If that's true, so be it. You set this into motion, and no one can stop it. Not you, not us, not even God himself. But take heart. His wild imaginings of a new Israel could never come to pass.
Don't put this on me. I'm telling you now, I won't be a part of this injustice.
You already are!
And I'm as evil as all of you are.
How dare you?
Take this. Take it.
Get your hands off of me.
Are you not men of God? Is there no mercy within you?
Mercy? For him or for you? The only thing within me is contempt. Contempt for the deceiver who would destroy Israel. And for the friend who would sell him for 30 pieces of silver. Who is the evil one here, Judas? I did it for the sake of Israel. You did it for the money. The money, Judas. Look at it. Feel it. Smell it. 30 pieces of silver. More than enough for your ticket to hell.
Wait. Come back. Don't do this. He's innocent. Oh God. What have I done? I've delivered him to his enemies. And there's not enough forgiveness in this world to wipe away my sin. I am no longer a disciple. I am an outcast. Hated everywhere. Loathed by everyone. Even my seducers call me a traitor. There is only one person whose face I wish to see, whose voice I want to hear. But he is on his way to the cross. There is no comfort for me, no place of peace, and no forgiveness. He is God, and with him, my hope, my strength, and my chance at redemption. He is dead. And now, so am I.
I saw them. They're coming this way. They're coming up that street there.
They were taking him to the hill Golgotha, outside the city gates. That's where they crucified the others.
Mary, stop! Wait!
Wait. Stop beating him, please. Stop.
Back up!
This is his mother, please.
Get out of the way! Let's go! Keep moving! Faster! Hurry up! Cross! Now move! Hurry up! Faster! Keep moving!
posted a sign that says Jesus, King of the Jews.
Tribune, I demand you take down that sign. He is not the king of the Jews.
I will not. It's by order of Pontius Pilate. What is written is written.
Hey, this robe looks like it's worth something. Let's roll dice for it.
You guys hear that? He gave us forgiveness. Great, I feel much better now.
Yeah, Jesus, come down from the cross. Show us your power.
Last chance, King. Come down for the cross and do away with us all.
Do you hear them? You're the Messiah. Save yourself and us. You can't, can you? You're just a man, damned and forsaken like us.
Happy, dear God, we condemn the same sentence as us. Your pain, Christ, this man has done nothing wrong.
And still, he acts as if he has authority over the gates of heaven.
It's like a storm's coming.
Wait. Wait.
He's not calling Elijah. He's calling toward God who has abandoned him.
My soul cries out, my Lord, my Savior is gone.
Such calm and serenity in the midst of suffering. This was a just, innocent man.
This man was the Son of God.
Take him down.
This is the place where they shed his blood, where he took his last breath. I don't deserve to be standing on this sacred, holy ground. I've been running, hiding and cowering, just hoping somehow he'd be set free. Why didn't I try to stop it?
No one could have stopped this, Peter.
How do you know me? You look familiar.
You were there the day that he saved my life and kept me from being stoned. And you have been with him every time I've seen him since. You are one of his disciples, one of his closest friends.
You cannot call me his friend. If I were his friend, I wouldn't have denied him 3 times when he needed me most.
I know. I was there. I heard you.
He told me what I would do. And he told me what would happen to him. It was as if my eyes, they were blind to what was happening right in front of me. And my ears, they were deaf to what he was telling me. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to hear it. Or maybe I just didn't want to face it. So I did nothing.
Peter, you have to believe that he knows.
But it wasn't blindness or deafness that held me back. It was fear and weakness. Things that I've never felt I was even capable of. Just last night, he told me to hold on to my faith, to strengthen my brothers. He wanted my strength to hold up the others. And I told him I would do anything for him. I would fight for him. I would die for him. So now he's gone. The apostles have scattered. And I'm left with nothing but guilt and fear. I have no will to go forward to do anything.
Your fear and weakness have held you back before. Will you let your guilt and regret stop you now? Jesus needs you now more than ever. His forgiveness will give you the strength to lead his apostles and carry on his message.
His forgiveness? If he were here right now, I would fall to my knees before him and beg him for his forgiveness. But he's not here. He's dead. So I can't look into his eyes. And I can't hear his voice. And his forgiveness is only something that I will dream of.
I have sinned greatly in my life. Guilt and shame are no strangers to me. But the day that he faced my executioners, my shame melted away and my guilt disappeared. And I knew he had forgiven me. He asked me, "Has no one condemned you? Neither shall I condemn you." I had never felt so renewed, so free.
But he can't say that to me.
No, he can't. But he did something better. He died for you. And the moment he gave himself up, you were set free of your sins. You were redeemed. Remember the scripture. "Oh, Israel, you will not be forgotten by me. I have swept away your transgressions like a cloud, and your sins like mist. Return to me, for I have redeemed you." Peter, you already are.
I am forgiven.
For he has rescued us from the power of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son he loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sin.
And disperse. And disperse.
On which is home our salvation.
Thank you.
as all was meant to be. You shall see me lifted upon a tree. Behold, behold, the wood of the cross, on which is hung our salvation. Oh,
I'll get the purple one. Yeah. Hi.
There's hair on the mic. Okay. Okay. They said the Eric and put the bag, there's one bag and the brick, put those in there and then put it on the shelf. Number 8. I don't have my glasses on. He has like 7. Just put it here in the middle. Okay. I don't know how to send a pouch or something. Ron may have that pouch. Yeah.